All right, so let's talk about Poverty Point. Well, the first amazing thing about Poverty Point is, of course, its age. I
Hmm.
mean, the city was the first evidence of it, I'd say, is 1800, 1700. But by 1500, they've built a gigantic pyramid.
This is
We
BC,
call it a mound.
1500 BC.
Yeah, 1500 BC. Thank you for that clarification. So really, before intensive agriculture is anywhere in the America or in North America, and yet the population of the city seems over 5,000 people. So a huge gathering, at least in terms of residential capacity. It has these giant berms that are in kind of the shape of a like a Greek amphitheater. There are six of these berms, and they have houses on top of them, and those berms bracket a big plaza that's up against the bayou where boats could come in and out. Really a sophisticated urban environment at a ridiculously early age for sitting in the middle of the bayous of Louisiana, no less. So incredible place, but no agriculture and no pottery.
Pottery, yeah.
So that was a weird thing too. Now, how they fed people there was probably just the riverine resources. They were great at harvesting, fish and shellfish out of the bayous there. That in a number of parts of the world has been shown to be a viable way to feed a large population. The Olmec city of San Lorenzo was much the same. It had that kind of riverine environment, and they just became masters of it to feed their people. But what exactly is Poverty Point? I am not completely convinced by the evidence that it is an urban center where 5,000 people lived all year long. I think there's a possibility that it could be instead a central gathering point for a more dispersed population that came in to do like civilization wide annual festivals and events. I think it was kind of it could be a pilgrimage spot where a base population lived there all along with priests and administrators, but that its population would surge when the local region would gather there for civilization wide events. That's not an uncommon pattern in human history. There are lots of examples around the world where a dispersed population that share a culture can get together on a semi-annual basis a couple of times a year to kind of not just reaffirm their cohesiveness as a civilization, but also do more practical things like find a wife or
socially.
talk about region wide security against those people out there.
I think that's the thinking today is along those lines. It's more of a get together point. Even though we associate hunter gatherers with mobility, they certainly found this place to be special enough to invest the time to create some infrastructure, because Poverty Point is right along tributaries of the Mississippi River, all kinds of lakes and wetlands all around it. And it is flat as you can imagine. So if you're on that 70-foot tall mound, you could really see a lot. And I could see it being a special place back in that time.